Good morning, dear all. I hope you all are well and making the best use of your time by reading books and doing something creative. So, children, today we are going to read about a famous Indian magician who was so naughty in his childhood but became famous for his talent of music. His name was Tansen. This lesson is the story of famous Indian musician. It talks about the importance of complete information and the wisdom of finding solution. So let's see how Tansen with his deep knowledge of music and wisdom to apply the knowledge that was able to save himself. So let's forward. You may have heard the name of Tansen, the greatest musician our country has produced. A singer called Mukundan Mishra and his wife lived in Behat near Gwalior. Tansen was their only child. It is said that he was naughty child. Often he ran away to play in the forest and soon learned to imitate perfectly the calls of birds and animals. Calls of birds and animals means sound, and talented means skilled. So now, being his parents' only child, Tansen was very naughty. He was Mukundan Misra's son who lived at Behat, that is near Gwalior, with his wife. Tansen was very mischievous in his childhood. He used to go to play in the forest and there, by listening the voice of different birds and animals, he learnt very soon how to copy the sounds of those birds and animals. So you can see Tansen in the jungle and he is listening carefully the voices of the birds and animals. That's why he was able to copy them. A famous singer named Swami Haridas was traveling through the forest with his disciples. Tired, the group settled down to rest in a shady grove. Tansen saw them. Grove means an area full of trees, and disciples means pupils. So one day, a renowned singer, Swami Haridas, was crossing the forest with his pupils. Because of traveling too much, they all were got tired, and they stopped under a shady tree to rest. Tansen noticed them entering into the forest. Now, what he did, let's see. Strangers in the forest, he said to himself. It will be fun to frighten them. He hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. The little group of travelers scattered in fear, but Swami Haridas called them together. Don't be afraid, he said. Tigers are not always dangerous. Let's look for this one. Suddenly, one of his men saw a small boy hiding behind a tree. There are no tigers here, master, he said, only this naughty boy. So, when Tansen noticed that some strangers in that area, he thought to make fun with them. So, according to his plan, he hid behind the tree and roared like a tiger. When those travelers heard that sound, they were scared of the wild animal and ran here and there in confusion to escape themselves. Swami Haridas called all of them to come collectively and don't be scared. There was nothing to be scared of, as tigers were not always dangerous. At the same moment, one of the pupils noticed Tansen and told Swami Haridas that this boy was doing all this mischief to scare all of us. So he should be punished. Punish means to hurt a wrongdoer. Okay. Now, in the second part, Swami Haridas did not punish him. He went to Tansen's father and said, your son is very naughty. He is also very talented. I think I can make him a good singer. Talented means skillful. But Swami Haridas recognized the hidden talent of Tansen and didn't punish him. Rather, he reached to his father and informed him about his naughty activities, but he also suggested him that as his son was very talented, so his talent should be guided into right direction. So he asked to his father to be the music teacher of Tansen. Now, Tansen was 10 years old when he went away with Swami Haridas. He lived with him for 11 years, learning music and became a great singer. At about this time, his parents died. Mukundan Mishra's dying wish was that Tansen should visit Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. Muhammad Ghaus was a holy man. Mukundan Mishra had long been devoted to him and often visited him. While living in Gwalior with Muhammad Ghaus, Tansen was often taken to the court of Rani Mrignani, who was a great musician herself. There he met and married one of the ladies of the court, and her name was Hosseini. Now, Tansen's father agreed happily for this, and Tansen was sent with Swami Haridas only in 10 years of his age. Swami Haridas started giving trainings to Tansen, and Tansen learnt music from him for 11 years and became a great singer of his times. During this time, his parents died, unfortunately. His father's last wish was that Tansen must meet to Muhammad Ghaus of Gwalior. He was a religious man. Tansen, according to his father's wish, went to meet Muhammad Ghaus after completing his trainings. He also remained in the company of Muhammad Ghaus for much time. There, he was frequently taken to Rani Mrignani's court. She was also a great musician herself. There, Tansen met and married Hosseini, who was one of the ladies in the court of Rani Mrignani. Hosseini also became Swami Haridas' disciple. Tansen and Hosseini had 5 children who were all very musical. So Hosseini also went in Swami Haridas' company to be his disciple and learned music. They both were blessed with 5 children who all were interested in music itself. Now, Tansen had by this time become very famous. Sometimes he sang before Emperor Akbar, who was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen should join his court. Insisted means request with force, and emperor means ruler. So Tansen became very famous that time and got opportunities to sing before Emperor Akbar. The king Akbar was so impressed by him that he insisted Tansen to join his court at the same time. Now in the part 3rd, Tansen went to Akbar's court in 1556 and soon became a great favorite of the emperor. Akbar would call upon Tansen to sing at any time during the day or night. Quite often he would just walk into Tansen's house to hear him practice. He also gave him many presents. Some of the courtiers became jealous of Tansen. "We shall never be able to rest till Tansen is ruined," they declared. One of the courtiers, Shaukat Mia, had a bright idea. Now Tansen accepted the proposal of the king Akbar and joined the court in 1556. In no time he was successful to impress the king with his talent. Akbar would call him to sing very often at any time, day or night. Even he visited in his house many times to observe Tansen while practicing. He also rewarded him with many presents and gifts. His growing fame created jealousy in the mind of other courtiers, and they planned to spoil him. One of the courtiers, Shaukat Mia, expressed his plan to spoil Tansen. And what was his plan? Let's see. So he said, "Let us make him sing Rag Deepak." He said, "How will that help us?" asked another man. "If Rag Deepak is properly sung, it makes the air so hot that the singer is burnt to ashes. Tansen is a very good singer. If he sings Rag Deepak, he will die and we will get rid of him." So it was a very cruel plan of Shaukat Mia. He said that Tansen should sing Rag Deepak in the court. And at the same time, another man asked the reason for doing so. Then he explained that if Rag Deepak would be sung correctly, it would make the air too hot that the singer himself could burn and die. And Tansen was a very good singer, so if he performs this Rag Deepak, he would surely die and we will be able to get the king's attention again. Shaukat Mia went to Akbar and said, "We don't think Tansen is a good singer. Let us test him. Tell him to sing Rag Deepak. Only the greatest singers can sing it properly." So, according to his plan, Shaukat Mia went to Akbar and incited him by telling something against Tansen, that we don't think that Tansen is a good singer, and if he has the talent, he should prove it. So he requested the king to make Tansen to sing Rag Deepak to test his talent, as only great singers could do that. Now, of course, he can sing it. Tansen can sing anything. Akbar said. Tansen was afraid, but could not disobey the king. Very well, my lord, he said, but give me some time to prepare myself. Tansen went home. He had never been so more downcast and unhappy. Downcast means disappointed. I can sing the raga, he told his wife. But the heat it gives off will not only set the lamps alight, it will also burn me to ashes. So, Akbar said with full belief on Tansen that he was a perfect singer and he could sing Rag Deepak perfectly. And if means Shaukat Mia wanted a proof of his talent, he would make Tansen to sing Rag Deepak in the court. And he asked Tansen for this. Tansen was now in dilemma because he could not disobey the orders of the king, so he agreed. But he was very puzzled and disappointed by thinking about the results of this action. He discussed this matter with his wife and said that I know that I can perform well in the court, but I am afraid that it will hurt me and it would burn me to ashes. Now, then he had an idea. If someone sings Rag Megh at the same time and sings it properly, it will bring rain. Perhaps our daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupati could do it, he said. He taught the two girls to sing Rag Megh. He taught the two girls to sing Rag Megh. They practiced night and day for 2 weeks. Tansen told them, you must wait till the lamps start burning and then you start singing. So now, when he thought too much over this matter, he made a plan. He thought if someone is able to sing Rag Megh at the same time, then he would be escaped or saved. So he decided to train his daughter Saraswati and her friend Rupati to sing the same rag, that was Rag Megh. So he trained both of them very well. They also practiced continuously for 2 weeks and became perfect in singing that rag. Now, Tansen told them to start singing Rag Megh at the moment when the lamps start burning with the effect of Rag Deepak. So, how the plan became successful, let's see. The legend goes on that on the appointed day, the whole town assembled to hear Tansen sing Rag Deepak. Legend means a short story. Appointed means decided and assembled means collected. Then, when he began to sing, the air became warm. Soon, people in the audience were bathed in perspiration. Perspiration means sweating. The leaves on the trees dried up and fell to the ground. As the music continued, birds fell dead because of the heat and the water in the rivers became to boil. People cried out in terror as flames shot up out of nowhere and lighted the lamps. Now, there is the story goes that on the decided day, all the people of the city collected to watch the performance of Tansen. As he started singing, the air became hot. The people present there started to sweat. The leaves fell down after drying, and birds were also feeling uneasy because of the heat and they died. The water in the river started to boil. All the people shouted with fear to help as the lamps started burning everywhere. So they were crying for help. At once, Saraswati and Rupavati began to sing Rag Megh. The sky clouded over and the rain came down. Tansen was saved. The story goes that he was very ill after this, and Akbar was sorry for that he had caused him so much suffering. He punished Tansen's enemies. When Tansen got well, the entire city rejoiced. Rejoiced means delighted. Tansen remained Akbar's court singer till 1585 when he died. He composed several new ragas. Several means different. Tansen's tomb is in Gwalior. It is a place of pilgrimage for musicians. Pilgrimage means a journey to a sacred place. Now, at the same time, when the people were crying for help and lamps were lighted, then Saraswati and Rupati started singing Rag Megh. And with effect of this rag, the sky was covered with dark clouds, and in no time rain started. In this way, Tansen was saved. But he became ill after this for many days. Now Akbar realized his mistake to force Tansen to sing the raga. He was feeling guilty to be a reason of Tansen's trouble. He also understood the intentions of Shaukat Mian and the other enemies of Tansen and punished them severely. When Tansen recovered from his illness, everyone in the city felt happy and delighted. He again served the king as musician in his court till 1585. Then he died. He also composed other different ragas after this incident. Now Tansen's tomb was built in Gwalior, and many people who love music come to visit there. It is the place of pilgrimage for them. So children, this is the story about Tansen. I hope it's clear to you. Thank you all.